hell. Let's go. Let's go to Home Depot real quick. Get some damn soil so we can start growing some grass. Let me tell you, the last 24 hours have been quite interesting. I start sifting through the news and the media and the independent sources and everything else, and I see hundreds of people are still showing up on the train to the border by Juarez, Mexico, and I'm seeing New York starting to ship migrants back where they belong, and Russia is not taking it anymore. They're starting to deport migrants, and other states are starting to deport migrants. And I'm like, is this shit true? Are we going to actually start doing something about this? Are we going to start sending these people? And I start looking into it even more. It's select migrants. Not all migrants. The ones from Venezuela? No. But if they're from Africa, yes. And the people that came here seeking asylum are pissed because they don't get the same treatment that Venezuelans do. They're getting the handouts, the benefits, the money and stuff like that. And other people, if you're not from the Latino origin and you're not Venezuelan, you ain't getting assistance. Tell me that isn't some prejudice shit. So then we're looking at this deportation everywhere, and people being outraged that they're not getting the same assistance that the rest of the Venezuelans and stuff are. And now you got campuses being taken over. Migrants that are taking over a soccer field won't get off the soccer field so the students can play their soccer games and stuff there. And they've taken over the soccer field in an area, and they're just not going to move from it because they don't have to. And it starts to get to a point where you have to start looking at what the fuck is going on. We've allowed all these people in here now, and we expect law and order to happen? Not going to happen. And our politicians running our cities and towns, especially the democratic cities and towns that are allowing this to happen, are aiding this process of chaos. They know what they're doing. They're controlling this exactly the way it's supposed to be controlled. It's going to get shitty. It's going to get super shitty. And then they stand there and they just watch them do it. And let's not get on the topic of the Palestinian-Israeli protests going on right now. The schools being one of the main factors, and obviously taking some money from somebody allowing this to happen. The paid agitators showing up at the schools and blocking the school entrances and dressing like students, trying to lure students and stuff in while stopping other students from going to their classes and doing what they do. At some point, we're going to be fighting in the streets. I mean, in some cases, we've already done it. There were agitators that showed up at UCLA, and they had counter protests against them. People standing out chanting, USA, USA, and they were walking those people back. They were walking them back. They were taking the boards and fences away from them. They were kicking their ass, screaming, USA, USA. They were smashing people with pipes and bats and everything else. They were going back and forth. But these protesters, these Palestinian protesters, these paid-for agitators that got all this, they got walked down. And the people's chanting USA, USA, there were so many more of them than there were the agitators for. This is what's going to have to start happening. This is what's going to have to, and it's going to get worse. It's going to be more than just a couple little beatdowns. It's going to be worse. And that might send the message in, it ain't going to happen here. And now the schools are starting to take away some of the students' scholarships, kicking them out of school, expelling them, punishing them because they don't want their schools to be part of this. It's pretty sad. This shit is going on. But it's the world we live in right now. There are people here and Palestinians that have such hatred towards Americans that no matter what you say, or no matter how rational you are and how you make sense, they don't care. They will disagree with you to disagree with you anyway, And that's just the facts. I had somebody pop up here on the channel and say, oh, you're such an evil person. What Israel has been doing to Palestine is horrible. How could you try to defend Israel? Well, I can defend Israel by saying you literally dropped in out of the air and you started attacking people in the streets, killing people. What do you mean? How am I supposed to say that's not bad? That's not evil. There's nobody that should do that to another person, another country, another group of people. Nobody should do that. That's like some Vietnam shit. Come on, man. I mean, it's been like this in the Middle East, in that area, forever. If you look at a timeline in war and who's owned what parts of the country and stuff like that, it's shifted hands and shifted sizes and ownership for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. It's been that way for a long time. I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm saying is, let's be real here. It's not. This is not rocket science. It's clear that there's money involved. It's clear that somebody's making a stand here. It's clear that somebody wants territory. It didn't come down to what's right versus what's wrong. It comes down to what can I get out of this, and can I gain this land and stuff back? Can I gain more money by doing what I'm doing? And we're funneling money right into it. In the United States, you'll see in political chambers, what was that one politician recently that was recording inside the chambers, and the other politicians were holding up like Ukrainian flags. They had these little Ukrainian flags, and he was told not to release it on social media, and he did it anyway. You know, there are people funneling money right into Israel, giving aid and stuff to Israel, just like they were Ukraine. You'll bring those people over here and protect them. You'll protect Ukraine, you'll protect Israel, but you won't protect people from Africa. You won't protect people from China. You won't protect them. But if they're Ukrainian, Israeli, or Venezuelan, they are golden and they are not to be touched. Which is pretty sad. What do those three places have that our government is pandering to so much? Was it because Ukraine did have a lot of information in what was going on with COVID and government dealings and stuff like that they're trying to help cover up, that they're trying to stay in support of, so Russia doesn't eventually take them over? Is it because we did such a bad job with all of the taxation that we were putting on Venezuela and their fuel and stuff like tariffs and stuff like that, that we really ruined that country back circa 2017, maybe a little prior? Is that the reason why we're doing what we're doing with Venezuela? Is that the reason why we're doing what we're doing with Ukraine? What about Israel? What's going on there? Why are we so interested in pumping money into Israel to help them fight a war that honestly we shouldn't be part of? I don't like the United States of America getting involved in other countries' wars by taking taxpayers' dollars here to do so, and then them countries don't do shit for us. We would be long gone and dead before we seen any of that money back. That's why I don't like taxation, especially when there's no representation. Anyway, I'm gonna get to Home Depot, get this soil that I need to start this grass seed, and I'll catch y'all later. I won't be on very much the next couple days because Friday I leave out early to head out to the town where the wedding venue's at to get my hotel room and stuff, start getting set up. I gotta go pick up the cake and the cupcakes for the sweets table. Saturday I'm getting married. Sunday I come back for a little bit, and then Monday, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm leaving to go to Jamaica, and I'll be gone for a week. So, honeymoon time, baby. All right, y'all. Be blessed. Take care. I said what I said. I rambled some. If y'all want to input some more, fix something I said, I'm open to it. But these are just my thoughts as I'm seeing everything unfold in front of my eyes. And it just doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. Y'all be blessed. Take care. I love y'all.